I'd like you to see the practicality that we're not just talking nonsense here. So insurance rate calculator, you click on that. Maybe I can make it a little darker, better, I don't know. And I guess our Wi-Fi isn't the greatest. Just make sure this is a motorhome here. I don't want the motorhome. How do I get to the car? Sorry guys, super slow. It's not what I wanted. I had it all figured out. If it doesn't work, we'll just move on with what I had ready. This is motorhomes. I don't want motorhomes. Unless you want to get a motorhome, of course. Go ahead. Oh, there we go. So if you want to, I'm just going to go with a truck here because I have one. You can pick up whatever you want. Vehicle, what year is mine? I'm going to say 2014. List makes. Just click on that. You have to just drop down menu. Okay. And I have a Ford. There it is. Some of you Ford haters out there, yeah, probably. That's okay. So I have a Super Crew, body style, crew cab. So you just keep answering, but so it's the type of the vehicle, right? If you look up here, it's the type of vehicle that will affect your insurance. Hello. And next, what else is going to affect you? Watch what it says here. Oops. It's where you live, right? The territory where you live affects your, and I just put in a random postal code already. So I am a Manitoba resident. The third factor is how you use your vehicle. So these are answers. I don't understand this, to be honest. I've never seen these two. I just know that mine isn't a farm truck. If you were with Mr. Isfeld, does he tell you farming stories? Yeah, so he would probably go farm truck. I'm guessing it's going to be a little cheaper. But then here, this is the one we've talked about, right? What you use your car for. I would go all purpose because I would drive it to work every day. And then continue. And here's where it gets a bit more interesting, or at least more things that I want you to mention. This is slow. Okay. And so the last is the 4 risk factors, right? So what discount applies to you? So you pick from one of these. I'll say no discount. What kind of deductible would you like? True or false? Which one is going to be more expensive? This one or a higher deductible? Which one is going to be more expensive? Actually, the 200 is going to be, the plus is going to be the most expensive. This is going to be the cheapest. Because remember, this is what you pay when you make a claim. So the lower it is, the more they have to pay when you make a claim, right? So I'm going to go 200 plus. Liability. What is third-party liability again? You remember? Okay, here's one more time. Third-party liability is when you damage someone else's car and maybe property, right? So let's say you hit someone and they hit a fence. So there's a bunch of damages there. so that it will cover more than just you. That's basically what you should think of. And I would suggest this, don't just pick the lowest one. Okay, I would say 2 million, 2 or 5 million, that's where I would go. So I'm going to go with 2 million. All of these are optional, so watch this. Loss of use is if your car is, you can't drive it. Sometimes you get into a crash, you can't drive it. You get a rental for free until they repair yours. Some shops offer a car, a loaner anyways, but if you just want a rental, you have the choice to add that. All of that would cost more. I will not pick any of those. I'll just go calculate, and here it is. So I'll give you some hints on your study sheet in a bit, what you should have on there. What's wrong? Payment not selected. Oh, I need to select my payment. I do monthly. Let's go again. Okay, here it is. So last year, 2023, it was 1,900 a year. It's about 160 a month. This year, can you believe it? It went down. So good news for me, right? So 2024, it went down a little bit. And obviously, I would get a discount, right? I would only pay probably 60% or so of this. So that's a nice discount there. Look at the third-party liability here. Follow this line with me. It's like 13 bucks extra to get the 2 million. It'd probably be 20 bucks extra if you get the 5 million. So we're not talking huge amounts there, but I would always say don't go with the basic third-party liability, go a little bit higher just in case. You don't want to be, because you technically have to pay for any damages over the third-party liability. Let's say something serious happens, a lot of damage is caused, you would have to pay that if it's not covered by your third-party liability. So just go to 5 million, somewhere in there, okay? You'll forget a lot of things, but certain things I want you to remember. Okay, grab your booklets. And we're gonna go to page 28. That's where we left off. But so leave your finger on 29 or 28. I'm just going to quickly go back to insurance. And if you go to 77, I talked about this in a bit more detail, but if you go to page 77, this like middle part is something I would definitely have on my study sheet, like when it comes to paying, right? All of this we talked about. So these are all things, and I added some with a pencil. Any of these would be acceptable if I asked you what affects your premium. Like what are some of the things that would affect your premium? You can talk about your driving record, your type of vehicle, what you use it for, where you live, or you can also say what deductible you pick, what the third-party liability is. This is enough. This is more than enough. Obviously, if you really listened to me and you said if you pick the extra option to get a rental, a loss of use, that would also affect your premium, right? All of those things affect your premium. So just think about what we've talked about and you'll be fine, okay? So again, this is study sheet material. Do you want me to write it down? No, I got it. That's okay. Study sheet, right? This box should make it, but make it small, okay? Like don't use up too much space because usually it's just one or two marks. But it's nice to be able to get those marks, right? They're nice and quick to answer. That's it. That's all I'm going to say about insurance. Stop it right